It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the big diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. And Oklahoma City is where we'll be going just moments from now, as the Thunder will be going up against the Phoenix Suns. Well, for the Suns, they're ahead of where they were last season at this time. Always nice to see that progress in a positive direction. Some teams fast out of the gate, others not so lucky. Kenny, for the teams that have started slowly, how do they turn the tide?
You know what? About a week ago, I was talking to a friend of mine about this, and I was like, when that happens, you can't panic. The season's just begun. Identify the real problems before you start tinkering on things.
Sometimes a lineup change can help. Things may just have to work themselves out, though.
Time now for tip-off. We get it to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Welcome to the Panhandle State, Oklahoma, and home of the Oklahoma City Thunder. And, of course, Trevor Ariza. They'll need someone to fill his role.
And his fans, teammates, there are a lot of people that I'm sure are sad to see him go, given all that he's brought to the table. But I like what the trade does for them. I bet it helps them right off the bat, not to mention in the long term.
So Phoenix will get the first possession. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Okobo and Booker are their backcourt. Ayton is out there with T.J. Warren, and it's Oubre in at the three. Okobo off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, things could not have been worse for the Phoenix Suns a year ago. They were the worst offense and the worst defense in the NBA. Boy, you guys talk about struggling. That's the very definition.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And there's the foul. That's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. And the pass to Booker. And here is Ayton. Booker outside. Poked away. Shot clock at 6. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. And you look at the stats for the Suns last season, Doris. Not many bright spots.
Right, Kevin. I think this is an organization that throws the stats out. They are looking at building from the ground up. There are so many areas to address. The first is the acquisition of great NBA talent.
Now Grant, after T.J. Warren's three-pointer that didn't go.
Well, the size and the frame of Steven Adams is flat out intimidating. A high percentage scorer around the blocks.
Over to the wing. To the inside. Okobo. And it's in off the backboard.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Westbrook kicks to Grant. Pass to Robertson. Grant down low. He's covered by Warren. And stolen by Ayton. Booker in the corner. Lets it go with a three. And no good that time. Left side, Westbrook. Here's Adams. Pass to Robertson. Second chance shot. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
Not the kind of strong finish it should have been. Something threw him off.
Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
Well, this is one aspect you'd like to see more of from T.J. Warren. We know he's a great scorer. Pretty dime there.
Here's Robertson, defended by Booker. Robertson finds Adams. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, Mouse in the house. He recognizes the size advantage and goes right to the rim. Good aggressive play. Well, you think to Steven Adams, and coming out of New Zealand, playing about 1 year at the University of Pittsburgh, now in his 5th season as a starter for the Thunder. And what a pivotal guy he's become for this franchise.
Free throw good, Adams. And Steven Adams drafted by OKC with the 12th pick in 2013. That draft pick, a centerpiece of the James Harden trade.
And that trade will go down as one of the great conversation pieces of all time, whether or not you should have moved James Harden. But the reality is, where Adams is concerned, they got a two-way big man with incredible athleticism, unbelievable physical strength, and an evolving offensive game. So this is one piece of the trade that you have made great use of.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Igor Kokoshkov and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He told me they always have to be alert, and especially against this team because of its discipline and focus. He said we'll get embarrassed if we're inattentive at the defensive end. We must stick with our principles and do the little things. Kevin, they did win the first meeting of the season, and we'll see if they can get it done again tonight.
Great job, David. So they know how dangerous this team can be if they get on a roll.
And that means contesting every single shot. It's going to take a lot of effort on D, but they can't give up those easy baskets.
I think it has to be a physical, aggressive brand of defense. And if that means giving them a few extra trips to the line, I think they can live with that.
The first free throw is good. In the early going here, Doris, we're already seeing a continued trend, putting 5 guys on the floor who can hit the face-up jumper.
Well, this is the new age in the NBA. The floor spacing is incredible because when you've got 5 face-up guys, all of whom can put the ball on the deck, all of whom can shoot, it creates so many driving lanes. And the origin of this, to me, goes back to the last Spurs NBA championship. It was such pretty basketball, the movement, the flow. That, to me, was the starting point for all this.
Team's kind of playing outside in, and it's fun to watch the change. Here's Booker. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, all the tools. When you're talking about Booker, he's got everything he needs to be one of the league's great scorers.
Outside Westbrook. Here's the lob to Adams. Okobo. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Westbrook. Boy, was he something else against Dallas. He gets that one.
When near the bucket, Paul George knows what to do. This guy has such a nuanced understanding of the offense.
Okobo. He's covered by Westbrook. In the corner, it's Oubre. Offline with his 3. And so Grant will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Robertson the pass to Grant. The kick out to Westbrook. A beautiful reverse layup.
Boy, Russell Westbrook so quick to attack, Kevin.
The Suns have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Suns moving the ball around to the middle. The teardrop falls in. 6 points for him. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. I want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And sometimes in that hostile environment, it is hard to stay true to who you are. But give them credit, they did, especially on offense.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, a testament to how level-headed this group is. Nice job executing on the offensive end of the floor.
Phoenix has gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. The three from Warren. Drills it from outside.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Westbrook kicks to George. It's tipped. Now here's Booker, guarded closer. Outside, George. Grant finds George. Chalk up 2 there. George has got 6.
Man, this thing is just going back and forth tonight.
Neither team wants to give an inch. This is fun. Both teams trying desperately to seize the momentum.
And it's the way Aiden uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
Grant outside. Right side, Westbrook. Dishes it to Adams. Shot clock at 5. Westbrook, no good. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Oklahoma City. Noel comes in for Jeremy Grant. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Robertson. And the Suns also making a change. Holmes checked in. Now here's Warren. Coming off a stellar performance against New Orleans. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. And the Suns lead by 3.
Good job working the in-between area.
Yeah, I think if the defense is going to give that to him, he's got to take the opportunity. He uses his size and high release point on the jumper.
George against Warren. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
They are just killing him on the interior.
And he was one of many big names in free agency this past summer. Paul George, a huge part of that. But, you know, Greg, he didn't take long to make his decision.
Many expected George to maybe jump to the Lakers. Had been saying it was his dream to play in L.A. for over a year. But credit Westbrook and the Thunder. They won him over. He was one of the first signings in free agency to re-up with OKC.
Well, to me, Paul George exemplifies what a leader should be. This guy does not look for his personal stats. He just wants to make the guys around him better.
Now here's Jackson. 11 points for him in that last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
Yeah, but his shot blocking was a factor as well. 3 on the game, just a major presence on the D.
George against Bridges, and it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. Diallo, he's checked in for the Thunder. Bridges passes to Holmes. 6 on the shot clock. The 11-footer, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
Just great awareness there from Aiden. Understands the game plan and reads the game so well.
Crawford against Schroeder. In the corner, it's Patterson. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Patterson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
To me, when Patrick Patterson is hitting from deep, it makes everything easier for his teammates. He has got tremendous touch.
Holmes with it. Guarded now by Patrick Patterson. Bridges, no one around him. Here's Ayton. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Crawford with the steal. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Now, here's Schroeder. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Diallo. Puts up a three. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crawford. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Oklahoma City.
And the three-point shot above the break has become a popular shot in the league, but not for them tonight. They're passing that one up and just trying to get their offense from closer to the hoop.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. Here are the team leaders in steals. You need to play heads up against these squads. The Thunder in 4th.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Crawford. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Fires the three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Now it's a 4-point Suns lead.
Guys, listen, the defense was totally invisible on that three-point attempt. Nobody even in his zip code.
And here's Schroeder. He had 13 points in the win against Dallas. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Jackson. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
He might be young, but Mr. Jackson is a problem from a matchup standpoint. Really good powering through there. Well, Josh Jackson, the number 4 pick in the draft, despite having a little bit of a raw offensive game. But you think about his motor, the competitiveness, the intensity, what a high ceiling here.
And talking about Jackson, he wasn't the only member in his family to play college basketball in Kansas.
Right, his mom didn't go to the same school as Josh. Started out at the community college there, but eventually she transferred to a Division I school, actually got a WNBA tryout. There's great basketball talent that runs in this family, guys.
And you got to be cautious around Aiden. When the pass isn't precise, he has an ability to poke it away.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
Yeah, some of their starters had to take an early seat on the bench, and that ruined the rhythm and flow they were trying to establish.
And how about the numbers here for Aiden? Averaging about 16 points, 14 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
Now, here's Patterson. And nothing is falling for him right now. Jackson kicks to Crawford. Here's Bridges, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Commissioner Adam Silver recently said there's nothing magical about 82 games. Doris, what do you read into that?
I read nothing more than the leadership that Adam Silver is about, and seems to me that the NBA is one of the most proactive professional sports leagues in the world. And by that I mean, Kevin, they will evaluate every aspect of their business. If they believe it's advantageous to make change, then they will go to their competition committee, they will go to their ownership committees, and they will make whatever change they believe is for the ultimate good of the game. And that's exactly what you'd hope for.
Personally, 82 games, in your opinion, what do you think?
You know what, Kevin, it can be a little bit of a grind, but there is money at stake, and obviously that's a difficult thing for owners to come up and over. The players would have to want to give some money back. So listen, 82 games is long, but what happens, I don't know.
Schroeder against Crawford. And it's Schroeder missing.
Boy, great job protecting the rim and turning an easy layup into a missed opportunity.
And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Jackson. And that's now 6 points for DeAndre Ayton. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Schroeder finds Felton. Patterson with it. And Rashawn Holmes gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Daniels, he's checked in for the Suns. 44 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Felton. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Suns leading by 13. Crawford outside. The pass to Holmes. The three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And that's an example of his athleticism, right? Nerlens Noel, the ability to leap up and ram it home.
Crawford against Schroeder. Here's Crawford. He has 5. 1 second left. And no good. And so it's the Phoenix Suns holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me in my darkest days. I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine. So.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, the Suns enjoying a nice lead here.
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Feels like they're getting a lot of deflections, hands on basketballs, resulting into steals. This has been pretty to watch.
They've got Noel. Felton is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's Diallo in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Now here's Patterson to the inside, and stolen by Eaton. Down low, here's Holmes, and Holmes throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
And here are the Suns now, following the score by Oklahoma City. On the wing, Daniels. He's covered by Felton. Crawford against Schroeder. Just 4 to shoot. Daniels, no good. Thunder trailing by 13. Here's Diallo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
When you think about the Oklahoma City Thunder, you have to start and end the conversation with the historic regular seasons put on by Russell Westbrook. The one thing you have to wonder, has he taken them as far as he can?
Two.
That free throw good from Diallo. And if you're building a team around Westbrook on paper, Doris, how do you do it?
Well, he's a player, obviously, who needs the basketball in his hands. And if you look at a team like the Rockets, where James Harden is complemented by shooters and a rim runner, you wonder if that's the blueprint for somebody like Russell Westbrook.
He hits both from the stripe. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Daniels kicks to Warren. Passes it to Crawford. Shot clock at 6. Drops in the tray. Crawford's got 10 points.
Well, you've got to look at this guy's shooting as one of the main reasons they've been able to build this lead.
Schroeder dishes to Adams. Crawford with the steal. Floats one up. They get the rebound. Yep, that one goes in there. 6 points for him.
And every offensive board is an extra possession. If you're trying to compete from this far down, you cannot allow that.
I'll tell you, what an effort on the glass. Even with this lead, they're still going all out.
Here's Robertson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Adams against Warren. Here's Oubre. It's hauled in by Adams. And so Grant will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They trail by 16. The shot's good from Robertson.
So aggressive, fighting his way through contact. Andre Robertson determined to score it there.
Daniels kicks to Crawford. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. On the wing, Daniels. 8 points his last outing. Shot good by Diallo.
He's got such soft touch around the rim. The D has to try to keep him out of the paint, because if he gets close, it's lights out.
Crawford against Schroeder. The 3 from Warren. Adams, some nice D.
Well, I'll tell you, still looking for that first 3 of the second quarter. He had one to open this game in the first.
Kicks it out to Schroeder. And that one is stuffed right through.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Great teamwork. That's something you develop by practicing it over and over again.
Thunder trailing by 10. Grant gets a wide open look. From outside, off the mark. The Suns have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Now Daniels. Here's Holmes. And Adams sends it back.
Well, so good at anticipating when shots are going to go up. Steven Adams, terrific protecting the basket. Boy, I didn't think he had a chance of stopping that lay-in. What a gutsy defensive play.
Crawford passes to Warren. Got a piece of it.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And the turnover again by Oklahoma City. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns.
And for that game against the Kings, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Well, there's no consistency from the field in this quarter. We'll see if he can get his shot going.
Schroeder outside. He dishes it to Adams. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Phoenix leading by 10. Now here's Oubre. 9 points last game. Here's Crawford. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
When you think about Billy Donovan, to me, he's a guy who values trust and building relationships with players. This guy is not a dictator. He wants to help players grow and develop, and that helps you win.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Paul George, he's checked in for Diallo, and it's Russell Westbrook in for Dennis Schroeder.
One shot, gentlemen.
And that one falls for Crawford. And for Coach Billy Donovan, the process of developing NBA players, Doris, has to be different than it was in college.
Oh, no doubt. At the pro level, many guys are making more money than you are. A lot of them have families. They've already grown into themselves. But to me, he still emphasizes the fact that great relationships with your players is important. You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. There are far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up here.
Thunder trailing by 13. And here's Westbrook. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. And it's Grant in the corner. Westbrook with it. And that one, good.
Well, you love seeing Westbrook fire with confidence from the mid-range. This guy knows he can consistently make those shots.
And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Phoenix no good that time either. The Thunder have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. And stolen by Booker. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That'll be his second foul of the game. Look at the last game for the Suns. It was a win against New Orleans.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
No doubt. I mean, they played to their strengths, and that's what helped them get this road win. I loved how they played for each other.
And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Josh Jackson's checked in for Jamal Crawford. Okobo. That one a little long. And so George will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 11-point game.
You know what? His finishing ability is not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Well, the defense harassing him every step of the way makes that a really tough look.
Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. And that's now 7 points for Russell Westbrook.
Boy, it took him a while to warm up, but since the second quarter, he's on fire.
Pass to Holmes. To the paint, here's Warren. The shot falls for only his second bucket, 2 for 9.
It's about all you can do as a defender. Warranted just that talented and has that kind of focus when necessary.
Westbrook kicks to George. Here's Robertson, defended by Booker. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker. And so here is Oklahoma City. They trail by 11. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Westbrook. It doesn't go for him. So Phoenix will take it the other way. At one point, they led by 16. Count that one. Warren's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, so committed to scoring near the cup. T.J. Warren, nice touch.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call. Oklahoma City with the foul. You know, Doris, there's a lot to like about T.J. Warren's game, especially on the offensive end.
You're right. He's resourceful. He's versatile. There's enough size there to challenge you on the interior. He's worked on that perimeter skill. Just one of the guys who naturally knows how to score.
Noel's checked in for the Thunder. Felton comes in for Robertson. And here's Felton from the arc. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Oh, Felton puts a terrific spin on his shots from deep. Stroke is too nice.
Kicks it to Booker. Okobo, defended by George. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Warren.
And the story of the game for him has really been painful. I mean, he's tried to get things going, but for whatever reason, between the defense and just his rhythm tonight, the touch just hasn't been there.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Adams. Thunder trailing by 12. Westbrook scanning the floor. In the corner, it's Patterson. No good on the three. Phoenix has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And the shot is good. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
When you think about an ideal transition player, Josh Jackson pops into your mind. How about that? Woo!
Warren against Patterson. Here's Westbrook. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
After a shaky start, boy, he's found the range. Good second quarter for him.
Okobo, he's covered by Westbrook. Outside Jackson. Ball's knocked loose. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. And Phoenix has possession. Paul George making his last shot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by Paul George. Westbrook finds Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Let's remember, Westbrook is capable of triple-doubles because of this kind of passing. My goodness, that's pretty.
1:41 left in the first half of basketball. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
Sure. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one. Phoenix leading by 8. Okobo, he's covered by Westbrook. And the rejection by Noel.
This is a staple of his game. Nerlens Noel sends it back.
And stolen by Ayton. Outside Warren. Over Westbrook. And the shot by Warren, no good.
They're fortunate to be in front given how shaky he's been from the floor tonight.
Here's George. Again, Oklahoma City.
Well, Paul George just putting on a show right now. He's been around this league for a long time. The confidence is there.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Booker. Over George. No good from Booker. Here's Westbrook. He's got 9. Upside Felton. Over Booker. Here's Patterson.
A smart defender. Booker can anticipate and uses good balanced movement to get in position.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that there's nobody that can stay in front of you?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
That is never a problem for you, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. We saw Jamal Crawford lighting it up in the first half. He had 13 points, 3 steals, and 1 block. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
They were undisciplined, turning it over way too much. Poor ball handling, lazy passing. These guys have had to be counting their lucky stars that this game has not gotten away from them.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been one outstanding game from George.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
I don't think you could ask for anything more from this guy. He has been fantastic to start this one.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. 6-point game. This arena in downtown Phoenix opened in 1992. Doris in 2022, they can opt out of their lease. Otherwise, they'll be locked in for another 10 years.
Well, they're currently playing in the 6th oldest NBA arena, and the Suns are hoping to either renovate that building or build a brand new one. The question becomes, of course, who pays for it?
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Okobo and Booker are their backcourt. Kelly Oubre out there with T.J. Warren, and it's Ayton in at the center, filling out the middle.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Oh, I'd say that's good basketball. You have to get a little creative against the big man, but I love his initiative.
And Adams with the slam.
Well, you love when Steven Adams shows his strength. Even with the defense in his grill, he finds a way to score.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the free throw, no good. Of course, I'm sure you look at these players, evaluate who could make a possible head coach out of the group I'm watching right now. And I'm sure there are a couple players that come to mind for you.
Well, I think when you just talk basketball intellect, one of the first guys that comes to mind is Rajon Rondo. I mean, his insatiable appetite to watch film, to have complete understanding not only of the sets of his own team, but Rajon Rondo, when he's on the defensive end of the floor, as soon as a play is called, he will repeat it and basically tell the teammates, hey, look for this action here. So Rajon Rondo comes to mind. Someone like Andre Iguodala, who also is someone Steve Kerr has referred to as maybe the smartest player he's ever been around. Now, so much more to coaching than just basketball intellect. You've got to be willing to deal with the egos and things, and do these players want to do that? Who knows? Really like the energy I'm seeing from this offense. 3 for 4 to open the third.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Outside Warren. On the wing, Booker. Baseline J on the way, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Westbrook passes to George. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for 1 more at the line. That one on Ayton.
Yeah, Kevin, there are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays.
One shot, gentlemen.
They throw good, Paul George.
And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections.
Okobo, he's covered by Westbrook. And the pass to Oubre. He kicks it to Ayton. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Adams. No good off the back of the rim. And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and quickness, but really his pride at that end of the floor might matter even more. He just takes great pride in being a complete player.
Suns moving the ball around. Okobo, fresh 24 for the Suns. Booker outside. Ayton kicks to Oubre. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Oubre's got 7 points here in this quarter. Thunder trailing by 8. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Left side, Westbrook hangs, and Adams with the slam.
Yeah, this is why Adams is such a high percentage shooter. If he gets close to the rim, he's going to finish with authority.
The Suns have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Passes it to Booker. Inside, here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and the dunk caps it off.
Yeah, run your offense with that kind of precision. Not much anyone can do to stop it.
That shot wide open. Grant's got 5 now.
Well, Grant is going to have to expand his range. And how about the confidence on that jumper?
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. The Oklahoma City Thunder with one of the more rabid fan bases, Doris, in the NBA.
Well, 7 straight seasons of sellouts. There's something about the love affair you find in these small market one sport towns. This is an organization that has the complete and full support of their community.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Schroeder's checked in. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. He's guarded by Schroeder. And the Suns miss again.
Boy, they're just giving him that shot. An easy opportunity for 3. It just slips away.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here is Daniels. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Poked away. Stolen by Westbrook. Pass to Schroeder. Back to Westbrook over Daniels. And it's Westbrook missing.
And a surprise he doesn't knock that down. Defense a little too lax that time.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And the Suns lead by 6.
You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 11. Got a hand on it. Here's Oubre. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, Doris, for Kelly Oubre to maximize his potential in this league, the jump shot will be key.
Right, Kevin, and there are positive signs where Kelly Oubre and his long-range shooting are concerned. His usage and efficiency have both gone up over the last couple of years. He's also been more aggressive on the offensive end, spending more time at the free throw line, and you would expect that with the level of athleticism he brings.
The first one falls.
It's so interesting to me that if you look at the history of the Phoenix Suns, it was the Mike D'Antoni era where they set the trend towards up-tempo run-and-gun basketball and emphasizing the 3. Remember the great Steve Nash at the helm. They were an offensive juggernaut at that time, guys.
And Adams with the slam.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Crawford kicks to Holmes. Back to Crawford. Stolen by Westbrook. Jumps up, and the dunk by Westbrook.
How about the instincts of Russell Westbrook on the defensive end? Gives his teammate an easy chance there.
Here's Crawford. He's got 13. And the Suns from 2004 to 2010, a team that easily could have won it all.
No doubt, Kevin, the fine line between winning and losing. 3 trips to the Western Conference Finals, and if not for a few bad bounces and untimely suspensions, who knows what we'd be talking about.
Westbrook comes up empty down low. Phoenix leading by 4. Poked loose. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. The Suns 5th.
They're so aware defensively. I mean, an opportunistic group in terms of forcing miscues and getting out in transition. And boy, do they do a great job of taking advantage.
Now, here's Holmes. He has 6. That one good for 2.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Outside Westbrook. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Crawford with the ball. Now guarded by Schroeder. Got a piece of it. Here's Adams. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Now just a 2-point Phoenix lead.
And that's such good work to make this a 1-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And the Suns call time.
Well, Dennis Schroeder showed he can handle high usage in an offense. Was the first option for the Hawks this past season. Even with defenses keyed in on him, he was able to average right around 20 points.
Noel's checked in for Oklahoma City.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Bridges. First in free throw percentage. And he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league and 3-point shooting.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season. Now here's Oubre. 9 points in the game so far. Crawford with the ball. Now guarded by Schroeder. Oubre can't get it to go. And with Schroeder, he said he learned how to deal with all that extra defensive attention.
And being able to stay productive when dealing with the best opposing defender goes a long way in the NBA. Schroeder also managed to cut down on his turnovers while taking on more of a playmaker role. Strong year for him offensively, and I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to grow as a player.
I'll tell you, that's a graceful finish. Not just any old layup. The teardrop.
Here's Westbrook. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Westbrook's got the game tied up here for Oklahoma City.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Crawford, no luck.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
George finds Schroeder. Shoots over Holmes. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Right, perfect contest in that instance, Greg, making it really hard on the shooter to have any kind of space at all.
And the Suns making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Westbrook against Jackson. Now Westbrook. He's got 17. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Noel throws it down.
Oh, Kev, love the connection Noel has built with his teammates. Smart at knowing when to time that alley-oop.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Happy. Now, here's Bridges. He's been producing a fair amount of offense night in and night out as he's averaging 14 points a game. Oubre, good.
Boy, what has gotten into him? He's taken his game to an unreal level this quarter.
Bounce pass from Westbrook. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Josh Jackson.
What I love about Russell Westbrook is his single-minded pursuit of a championship. But boy, you better bring your game if you're a member of the media. He wants good questions in an orderly fashion.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And Russell Westbrook with plenty of accolades to his name, but all interview team, Dora is unlikely to be mentioned there.
Kev, I wouldn't call him loquacious in the postgame. He lets his play do the talking, certainly. And Kevin, that speaks volumes in and of itself.
And the Suns making a change here. Booker's checked in.
Well, what you love about Russell Westbrook, yes, he can give you a triple-double every night. But what I love more is the passion and the fact that he gives it to you every single night he plays.
Now here's Booker. He's got 8, 6 on the shot clock. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Adams has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And stolen by Booker. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Westbrook kicks to George. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Bridges against George. Releases from 15, and it's Phoenix with the rebound. And there's a minute 45 left here in the third quarter. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And this is how you squander a lead. Just giving it away right now, along with the ball.
Patterson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Felton comes in for Russell Westbrook. And a change for the Suns. Ayton, he's checked in for Oubre. Schroeder dishes to Felton. George looking over the floor. He feeds it to Noel. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter. Jackson passes to Booker. Over Felton. No good from Booker. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They lead by 1. No one near Felton as he lets it go. No good with the triple. Phoenix has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Kicks it out to Booker. A three-pointer is right on target. Booker's got 5 points in the quarter.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Pass to Patterson. George against Bridges. Here's Patterson. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Jackson gets the bucket.
Well, if you can be efficient, you want to work that mid-range jumper into your game. Josh Jackson does it there.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Schroeder. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Schroeder's got 5.
Love the way Paul George shares the rock. Sometimes I think doesn't get enough credit for his ability as a distributor.
And the shot goes down.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. We'll return shortly. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Well, Phoenix shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Robertson and George fill out the wings. Patrick Patterson is out there with Nerlens Noel. Then it's Felton in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Here's Patterson, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
Five on the clock. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's his first foul. Grant, he's checked in for Patterson. And so here's Phoenix, trailing by 2. No good from Booker. Oklahoma City shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Outside, Felton. Kicks it to Robertson. And it's off from three-point range.
Well, he hasn't been a big contributor tonight for sure, but it hasn't prevented them from being in a position to grab the win.
There's the pass to Ayton. It's tipped. Paul George with the steal. It's George on the wing. From down in the low post, it goes. Now it's a 4-point Thunder lead.
I'll tell you, there's little you can do to stop Paul George when he's got his game going. He has the lane to the rim, and you know he's going to finish.
Booker outside. The dish to Ayton. Booker against George. No good from Booker.
Yeah, affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
Robertson finds Grant. Rocket 6 on the wing. George hits it from three-point range. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, you love how Paul George gets his feet under him first on these catch and shoot. His pre-shot routine is so important.
Phoenix calls timeout. Doris, I'm looking at Jeremy Grant, a second-round pick back in 2014 out of Syracuse. The Grant family has produced a number of NBA players. What do you think caused him to slip to the second round?
Well, Jeremy Grant was definitely a young man drafted on potential. Here we have a great athlete whose game is still sort of rounding its way out. He has gotten on the floor in the NBA because of his defense, his ability to run in transition, and I think on the offensive end, there are a number of areas he can improve on. He can become a knockdown mid-range shooter. He can get 8 to 10 points in transition or offensive rebounds. There's a lot to like here, Kevin.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
And guys, over that last break, I listened to Igor Kokoshkov address the team. He was not happy with their defensive performance. He said they're getting everything they want. We've got to show them we can't let that happen. You have to make a stand. You have to get some stops, and that'll get us going on a run. Guys?
Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
And the dunk by Robertson.
You see the length of Andre Robertson come into play there. Finishes the alley-oop. Nice.
Suns trail by 9. Outside Warren. He kicks it to Jackson to stop the run. Knocked away. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Ouch, that's a wasted possession. Got to shake it off and forget it happened, guys.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Phoenix. George against Crawford. And George, here we go. Lets the 3 fly. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
And Booker kicks to Ayton. Back to Booker. Let's go. Releases from the wing and drills it.
And providing the score, boy, they needed. That stops a 12-0 run by Oklahoma City.
Felton deciding where to go with it. Passes to George over Crawford. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Now here's Felton. Grant outside. Five on the clock. Dishes to Robertson for three. Felton. And it's Ayton with the rebound. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Adams comes in for Noel. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Raymond Felton. Kelly Oubre's checked in for the Suns. And it's Ayton missing.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Pass to Warren. Good ball movement here by the Suns. And here's Booker. Okobo. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And George kicks to Grant. Pass to Robertson. Now Adams. He dishes it to Grant. They get a hand on it. And stolen by Ayton. The pass to Oubre. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Outside Westbrook. Kicks to Grant. Here's Robertson. Defended by Booker. Shot clock at 6. Adams, the pass to Grant. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Thunder lead by 9.
He's made obvious improvements since the half, really getting into an offensive groove.
Ayton with it. And Adams sends it back. And he's able to get it back. Here's Westbrook. Out left to the wing. Passes to George. Lets it fly. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Now, this guy's trying to close this game out in style. He's not going to stop attacking until he's sure this win is in the books.
Suns trail by 9. Pass to Ayton. There's the dish to Warren. Booker outside. A steal. And the Thunder pushing it up now. And finished off by Westbrook.
When Westbrook's game is cooking like this, the opponents, you can see it in their body language, just shaking their heads going, oh boy, we got a problem here.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Okobo softly drops in the floater.
I'll tell you, the floater is a shot that takes great touch, but that one looks pretty leaving his fingertips.
Lob pass to George. That shot, no good.
Yeah, that's just a missed opportunity. Something there just a little off.
Yeah, simply a little bit careless, I think. Can't just throw it up there. You have to time these alley-oops perfectly.
Oklahoma City leading by 7. Now Westbrook. From 17 feet out. Here's Adams outside for George. Adams right side. 4 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. The offensive rebound. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. And the Thunder lead by 9. The Suns have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Pass to Warren. Now Ayton. He's covered by Westbrook. Ayton, the pass to Warren. And Adams sends it back. Nobody near George. Offensive rebound. Grant. Outside. George. Goes back up. No good from Grant. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. 9-point game. And they pick up 2.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Over to the left wing. Left side, Adams. Back to Grant. Over Warren. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Suns trail by 7. Oubre, no one around him. And Westbrook pulls it down.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
And again, no good by Oklahoma City. To the middle. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, you can't allow T.J. Warren to get this close to the cup. Once you do, you have to foul him.
First free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
I mean, he's as close to automatic when he's up at that line, especially when the ball game's a close one.
Westbrook up top. He kicks it to Adams. Wants to get it to Westbrook, and does. Here's Grant. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Booker, with no one around, buries it from 3-point range. Booker's got 14 points now in the second half.
Yeah, it's one thing to know your team counts on you to deliver big buckets. It's another to take that responsibility and run with it. Go ahead, Mr. Booker.
Back to Robertson. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. To the paint. Here's Adams. They can't stop the run with that one. Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 1.
You know, one of my favorite things about T.J. Warren is how much he believes in his ability to score the basketball. He doesn't back down from anyone.
And Westbrook, here we go. Back to Robertson. The pass to Westbrook. The 15-footer, good. Westbrook's got 4 points this quarter.
This guy is clutch. He's money. The game's in the balance. Russell Westbrook says it's my turn.
Booker in the post. It's hauled in by Adams.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh! Wow! You know the ball is going in when Russell Westbrook steps into these moments. Just so adept at hitting big shots.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
.41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Booker. Warren on the wing. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he ends up making the second, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
30 seconds left in the 4th quarter, and they go to the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Boy, very productive trip to the line that time, and they're sitting on a nice lead now.
And the Suns call time. They trail by 6. 29 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. .29 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
Well, I like how Jeremy Grant continues to work on his game. The jumper is coming along, and he remains an exceptional defensive player.
And here's Booker from the arc. Good! And now they trail by just 4. And so here is Oklahoma City. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
That's the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. 19 seconds left in the game.
And whatever play they run has to be quick.
No time to waste. They have to score fast and then foul quickly.
Okobo. And a miss there on the triple. And an intentional foul right there. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Well, Steven Adams is a guy who understands his role. He wants to play hard-nosed defense. He wants to score it anytime he's got a deep touch in the paint. Love his approach.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. 6 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Launches a 3. Good.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.